A very good evening. Welcome to Prime TV News on Friday, the 18th of October, with me, Iftiar Abdul Kader. Your headlines first. The national policy on education will be submitted to the cabinet next week. Sajid Premadasa says he is prepared to find solutions to issues of all war heroes. Poll cards mailed. 30 kilograms of heroin found from Divulapitia. And on news overseas, cartel gunmen chase away security forces. In your local news this evening, President Maithripala Sirisena has said that the national policy on preschool education will be submitted to the cabinet next week. The president made this reference at a discussion at the president's office. A discussion between the president, governors and chief secretaries was held today. The president told the discussion that the national policy on preschool education, compiled by the National Education Commission, will be submitted to the cabinet. No such policy had hitherto been compiled in the country. This is the first time such a policy has been formulated under the guidance of the president to establish a formal system for preschool education. This policy statement has been prepared by a special committee appointed by the National Education Commission to study local and foreign research works and to consult the views and suggestions of institutions and organizations concerned with early childhood development. These activities commenced in September last year. The provincial governors thanked the president for introducing this for the first time. Discussions centered at length on the educational and health issues at the provincial level, as well as the development projects and their progress. On to a headline-making story. United National Front presidential candidate Sajid Premadasa has said that those who are unaware of the price of fertilizer were giving false publicity with respect to the fertilizer subsidy. He made this reference joining in a public rally held in the Mihintale town yesterday. Sajid Premadasa said that he would take action to provide fertilizer free of charge to all farmers. Several public rallies to consolidate the victory of Sajid Premadasa were organized in the Anuradhapura district. Several parliamentarians, including Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca, Rajita Senaratne and Ishaq Rahman, joined in the occasion. Further addressing the meeting in Mihintale, presidential candidate of the United National Front, Sajid Premadasa, said that his opponents, who do not exactly know the price of fertilizer, have said in their platforms that fertilizer priced at 350 rupees would be given free of charge. He said he wished to correct them by saying that fertilizer is priced not at 350 rupees but at 500 rupees along with the 150 rupee insurance levy. As such, he said that neither the former president nor their presidential candidate is aware of the correct position. He said that he wished to announce to the public that fertilizer will be given free of charge. Meanwhile, joining in the public rally held in Anuradhapura, Sajid Premadasa said that he is prepared to find solutions to issues of all war heroes. Addressing the gathering, Sajid Premadasa referred to the war heroes in the Civil Defence Force. There is approval for 40,000 to engage in employment. But at present, the number serving is 35,670. There are 4,330 vacancies. Also, about 3,200 who are now serving are planning to retire, citing various medical reasons. Therefore, there are 7,550 vacancies. He said he wished to tell the people that on the 16th of November, when they elect Sajith Premadasa as the president, all these 7,550 vacancies will be filled and make the civil defense force for the building of the country. There are 1,985 who had given up their positions in the civil defense force. Here and there, all these 1,985 are requesting to reinstate them. He assured that all of them will be reinstated. All those in the civil defense force are working for a laborer's pay. He said that he wished to announce to all these officers in the civil defense force that all those who are drawing a laborer's salary will be increased. Meanwhile, the New Democratic Front Elections Operations Office in the Anuradhapura town was opened. The opening took place under the patronage of United National Front presidential candidate Sajith Premadasa. Ministers Chandrani Bandara and P. Harrison were among the people's representatives that joined in the occasion. The issue and handing over to the mail the poll cards related to the presidential election took place. As a result, leave of all postal employees was cancelled. The official poll cards of the presidential election is due to be handed over to the mail on the 25th of this month. 3rd of next month is the special day of the distribution of these poll cards. The Election Commission said that the distribution of official poll cards is due to end on the 9th of next month. Meanwhile, postal voting in the presidential election is due to take place on the 31st of this month and the 1st of next month. This postal voting is for those who are serving in state institutions and the armed forces. The opportunity of casting of postal votes for officials of the district secretariats, election officers and the police is being afforded on the 4th of next month. Those who are unable to cast the postal votes on these scheduled dates will be given an opportunity to cast the votes in district election officers located in their workplaces. The certification of postal votes lists took place recently. The Memorandum of Understanding between the Ceylon Workers' Congress and the Podujana Peramuna was inked in Colombo today. The agreement was signed with respect to the support extended by the Ceylon Workers' Congress to the Podujana Peramuna at the forthcoming presidential election. This Memorandum of Understanding was signed on behalf of the Ceylon Workers' Congress by its leader Arumugam Thondaman and on behalf of the Podujana Peramuna by its chairman Professor G.L. Pires. A group including opposition leader Mahinda Rajapaksa and presidential candidate Gotabaya Rajapaksa joined in the occasion. Professor G.L. Pires said that Gotabaya Rajapaksa government considers to enhance the quality of tea using modern technology. He said that Gotabaya Rajapaksa has given a clear message to the people who are depending on the upcountry tea industry. He had pledged the tea estate workers that the daily wage of the estate workers will be increased to 1,000 rupees under his government. Parliamentarian Kumara Welgama has said that he will never join the Pohot tour. He made this reference at a media conference held in Nuwara this afternoon. He was expressing views with respect to the fast staged in Matugama, demanding him to join the Podujana Peramuna. Kumara Welgama said that party members in his village are forcing him to join the Pohot tour. He said that he is not willing to change the decision that he has taken. There will be no party called the SLFP the way things are proceeding. He said that he had taken a decision not to work for the Pohotua. He is not prepared to change his decision now or after the election. Kumara Welgama said that he had even told Mahinda Rajapaksa that he would never join the Pohotua. The Pohotua party remains only in the hands of Mahinda Rajapaksa. All those who say they are leaders of the Pohotua are not citizens of Sri Lanka. If any repercussions take place, they can leave the country. He said that they have no country to go. They have proved through actions that they can leave the country when they fall into difficulty. If only 1,000 or 2,000 remain in the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, he would proceed with them to build the party. Janata Vimukti Peramuna Politburo member K.D. Lalkantha has said that pension of the parliamentarians should be abolished. He was addressing a public rally of the National People's Force held in Norwood area. K.D. Lalkantha mentioned that politics in Sri Lanka is not public service. It is a method of earning a living, earning unjustifiably. He said that they have already given a pledge to abolish the pension of MPs who had retired. It should be compulsorily abolished. They should be given a charity wage. But the name of the charity wage given should be given another name. Politicians in the country have gone to Parliament to enact provisions only for their benefit. As such, Lalkantha said this should be stopped. Army Commander Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva has made a clarification with respect to the use of a statement made by him for an election propaganda activity. This was a query raised by journalists from him. The Army Commander said it should be mentioned that a statement made by him during a lecture delivered in 2009 had been cited as a quotation in 3 newspapers in the last weekend. The papers had also cited it as a quotation. When he heard about it, he informed the media spokesman of the armed forces. Thereafter, he had told them there was no link to him and that it was a matter that happened in 2009. The elections chief had informed about it in writing to the Defense Secretary and also the Secretary to the President. Accordingly, a response was made to him in writing. He hoped that a statement would be made by the Elections Commissioner in this respect. You're watching Prime TV News, and still on the local scene, 3 suspects have been apprehended along with a quantity of nearly 30 kilograms of heroin. The heroin was recovered from a house in the Milka Silvatta area at Ul Alapala in Divula Pitia. The recovery was made following information received that a heroin racket was in progress in the said house. The office of the police media spokesman said that the Divula Pitia police are pursuing further investigations. 6 persons, including former parliamentarian Jayashri Ranga, who were allegedly accused of being involved in a fatal accident in 2011, have been granted bail. In addition, there is more information on court cases taken up for hearing today. The Vavuniya magistrate ordered each of the suspects to be released on a cash bail of 50,000 rupees and 2 surety bails worth 200,000 rupees each. The magistrate also imposed a travel ban on the suspects and ordered them to provide statements to the police. The Colombo Chief Magistrates Court today ordered to summon the case related to the statement made by State Minister Vijay Kala Maheshwaran that the LTTE outfit should be re-established on the 1st of next month. The attorney of the State Minister said that she is prepared to give a statement in the court in this respect. The police informed the judiciary that they had so far not received the advice of the Attorney General regarding the future legal activities with respect to the incident. Kanjipani Imran, a member of a criminal gang, was further remanded today. The Colombo Chief Magistrate ordered to remand him until the 1st of next month. The Disaster Management Centre has issued a landslide warning to the Kandy district. Similar warnings have also been issued to Kurunegala, Badulla and Ratnapura. The National Buildings Research Organization has called on the people living in affiliation to banks and embankments within the Ratnapura, Badulla, Kurunegala and Kandy districts following the prevailing torrential rain to be on alert. Senior geologist of the Landslide Study Division, Dr. Vasanta Senadira, said that the early warning announcement is effective until 6 p.m. today. 6 anicuts of the Dadruoya Reservoir has been opened along with the heavy rainfall experienced yesterday. Meanwhile, the Department of Meteorology has said that a rainfall exceeding 100 millimeters would be experienced in many areas in the island. Showery conditions are expected to enhance to some extent over most parts of the island, particularly in the western, central, Sabaragamuwa and northwestern provinces today and tomorrow. Very heavy rainfall, about 100 to 150 millimeters, can be expected at some places in Kalutara, Kagala, Ratnapura, Kurunegala, Puttalam, Gampaha and Kandy districts. The Met Department said, issuing a special advisory for heavy rain, that strong winds and severe lightning with a heavy rainfall about 75 to 100 millimeters can be expected at some places in Colombo, Matale, Nuarelia, Anuradhapura, Mannar and Vavuniya districts. Business News is up next. 7 Sri Lankan companies are participating in the 2019 Supply Side West exhibition, the leading ingredients and supply chain event for the health and nutrition industry. The 2019 edition of Supply Side West was held on 17th and 18th October at Mandalay Bay Convention Center in Las Vegas. The trade show is the largest gathering of health and nutrition professionals, bringing together more than 17,000 ingredient buyers and suppliers from throughout the industry. For more information, visit www.itnews.lk. Many thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.